If you're moving to Kingwood, you're going to hear people talk about its villages. And you may hear that there are 25 of them, but here's where it gets confusing. What people call Kingwood, what appears on a local village list, what belongs to the Kingwood Service Association, and what simply carries a Kingwood, Houston, or even Porter mailing label are not always the same thing. That distinction can affect the amenities you expect, the association you belong to, and the questions you need to ask before buying. So today I'm going to simplify the Kingwood map, show you how I would actually begin comparing the different areas. I'm Steve Spicer, local realtor, living and working in Kingwood and Northeast Houston. This channel is here to help you understand the area before you make a decision. In normal conversation, people use Kingwood to describe a broad local area. But when you're evaluating an individual home, that everyday definition is not precise enough. There are at least 4 overlapping ideas. The broader area people commonly call Kingwood, the master plan community and places commonly called villages, the community associations that currently belong to KSA, Kingwood Services Association, the mailing city label attached to a specific address. Those categories overlap, but they're not identical. A place can be commonly considered part of the Kingwood area without having the exact association structure or amenity access of another Kingwood property. You'll frequently hear that Kingwood has about 25 villages, and one commonly used Kingwood Community Guide lists 25. But I've not found a single current governing source that declares one definitive official 25 list. The lists online do not all match because they're not all necessarily measuring the same thing. Some lists mix original master plan villages, subdivisions commonly considered part of the Kingwood area, homeowners associations, and newer communities. KSA's current membership association list is a different list created for a different purpose. For a buyer, the exact count is not the critical issue. What matters is the specific property's subdivision, governing association, current KSA membership, amenities, county, school district, taxes, and flood history. Forest Cove is the perfect example of why the Kingwood name needs explanation. It is commonly treated as part of the broader Kingwood area, and a commonly published local guide includes it on its village list. But the City of Houston says the Kingwood area also contains subdivisions that predate the master plan development, and it discusses Forest Cove separately in the annexation history. Forest Cove's association also does not appear on KSA's current online member association list. That does not make Forest Cove better or worse. I actually love the character of the neighborhood. It means a buyer should not assume that every property commonly called Kingwood comes with the same association structure or KSA-controlled amenity access. Royal Brook shows a different kind of confusion. It is a newer Kingwood village with newer homes and resort-style amenities while still connecting to the established Kingwood identity. I found 3 Royal Brook property examples displaying 3 different mailing city labels, Porter, Kingwood, and Houston. That does not mean Royal Brook is located in 3 incorporated cities. A mailing label, municipal boundary, county, school district, legal subdivision, and community identity are different pieces of information. Elm Grove is one place I associate with a more approachable price conversation. Royal Brook represents much newer construction and amenities. And Green Tree stands out to me because the style of the homes feels visually distinct from what I associate with some of the older Kingwood villages. Green Tree was developed in the center of Kingwood with median build dates in the 80s. That description of Green Tree is my personal visual impression, not a claim that every house follows one architectural category. It is exactly why buyers should experience the areas instead of assuming every Kingwood village looks alike. Instead of trying to memorize a list of villages, begin with 4 questions. Amenities and association access, number 1. Identify the property's legal subdivision and governing community association. Then compare the association, not just the marketing name, with KSA's current member list. Verify which parks or amenities are controlled by the individual association and which require KSA eligibility or a K sticker. If anything is unclear, confirm it directly with the association or KSA. Number two, housing era and renovation needs. Decide whether you want an older home with mature surroundings and possible modernization needs, a renovated established home, or newer construction and amenities. Inspect and price the actual property's condition. Do not generalize from the village name alone. Number three, walkability and location. Define what walkability means to you. Is it trail access, parks, schools, neighborhood amenities, or the ability to reach daily errands? Kingwood's internal greenbelt experience is different from conventional urban walkability. And number four, flood history and risk. Research flood risk at the property level. A village name or a neighbor's experience is not a substitute for a specific address. Seller disclosures, flood maps, available historical information, elevation documentation, and insurance considerations. A dedicated flood research episode is coming because it deserves a full explanation. The first question is not simply which Kingwood village is best. The better question is which part of the broader Kingwood area gives me the housing, location, amenities, and trade-offs that fit my life. Once you find a property, verify its legal subdivision, governing association, current KSA status, county, taxing entities, school district and campuses, applicable amenities, HOA or POA obligations, and property-specific flood history. That is how you avoid assumptions based only on a Kingwood, Houston, or Porter mailing label. In the next several videos, I'm going to break down individual Kingwood villages and compare Kingwood with nearby communities. There's a particular village you want me to cover first? Tell me in the comments. And if you're actively considering a move here and want help comparing specific properties, my contact information is below.